Okay, so our today's webinar will be about automation of some boring stuff or some regular stuff or some regular task. And our goal today is to show how Jira can be used for automation, even from the box, using internal Jira tools. We will not discuss today some external tools like script runner or NVSMM or something else. So everything that is in the box, and we will show you several use case scenarios. Today's webinar will be hosted by me, Boris Shugaev. I'm BDM at CallCTO, and our head of Atlassian department, very experienced Atlassian expert, Vitaly Tiller.
Thank you.
So let's move forward. Well, if you are here, maybe you or your teammate are tired of spending their time on a routine or some regular task in Jira. And we can roughly estimate the cost of routine. So how much time your teammates waste on manual work. Let's imagine your company have, 100 employers. They use Jira, and you can keep them, let's say, 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day just for the automation, which is not rocket science. 10 minutes a day for all of the teammates means around 2.5 or maybe even 3 day of employer work in a month. So that means that you can keep just saving 10 minutes a day for the 100 people team, free working day for one employer. And if the team is bigger, it's more. If we speak about not 10 minutes, but 20, if it's also more. And it's even about the personal efficiency. But the real magic happens when we boost the team performance. It's about, for example, delays when we set up automation and notification on some, for example, pending events. And the responsible person will receive notification immediately. And other team will not wait for maybe hour or hour and a half while this person will be informed in manual way. We will show you Jira automation in action. It will be about assignments, subtask, notification, escalation. Vitaly will show us this part on live demo. And we will end with Q&A question, and we'll try to answer your question. Before we start, very short introduction of CallCTO. We are the company who is have sister company APD in Germany. We are based in Cyprus, and we are official partner of several IT solution vendors. Here you can see our core partners. It's not all of the list. We also have some new brands in our portfolio about CRM system. But of course, our core vendor is in software part, it's Atlassian. If we speak about hardware, it's NVIDIA, it's Supermicro. And I would say we can deliver both hardware infrastructure and software layers for your business to boost your performance. Whatever is it, classical task, or maybe high load computing, or maybe IE, or maybe corporate rack system. Both about hardware and software, you can get it from one hand, from one company, from CallCTO. So that's a very short introduction of our business. Today we will work based on Atlassian Jira, and I think everybody who joined us today know very good Atlassian, which is international corporation from Australia, and they run the task management and work performance for more than 300,000 clients worldwide. And you can see at the bottom of the slide very well-known worldwide brands like Tesla, Mercedes-Benz, LinkedIn, NASA. And for me, it's important that it's not only about IT. And the main myth is Jira for IT teams or for IT businesses. No. We use Jira as a very universal tool which suits for a lot of range verticals: real estate, finance, IT solutions, client service, even hospitality. So this is the main power of Jira. It's flexibility and possible to use it for different verticals. So, and now let's look deeply again about the cost of routine. I think you faced with some of these triggers, let's say. And on this slide, I would like to give the word to Vitaly, and we will start our live demo. By the way, if you struggle with one of these, let's say, pain points, you can chat, you can put it in comment. For example, if it is manual weekly status reports, it will be 4. In my back days, I also face with this problem in sales when I have to from CRM system and weekly sales report manually. So, and it kills around 1 hour a week, which is, and this was very boring manual work. I would try to explain to my boss that all information is in CRM, but they say, no, we need the report in some specific format, etc., etc., etc. So I think you also face with some of these struggles. Okay, Vitaly, now it's your turn.
Thank you, Boris. Hi again. Thank you for making time. I hope it will be interesting. Again, we'll take a look, not, in the deepest dive of the automation. It will be top of the iceberg. But again, in the Q&A section, if you have particular pain points, particular task, or something like this, we can try to, solve them live. What we have here is a demo stand, and we have a really simple project just to take a look at automation rules, not all other Jira stuff, because I believe you are quite familiar with this. If not, it's just a task tracker, really powerful, as Boris said, used in the whole world, in many companies and good companies. So let's go. First of all, Boris mentioned auto assignment, assignment as a pain point, because if you have, for example, lots of incoming tickets in your service management system or work management system, doesn't matter. If you have to assign them manually or delegate it, it can cause delays for customers, delays for you, SLA breaches, and more and more and more pain, really. So if we have this project, we can go here, and here starts our live session, and create a rule. No, we will create it manually first. Then we'll go to templates and either create it with Rover. And if you don't know, the Rover is an AI agent built by Atlassian, especially for Jira. So we'll take a look at it. So our situation, we need to assign some incoming tasks to our team. Let's try to do this. For those who don't know, we have in automation, we have 3 main parts. It's event or trigger, it's condition, and it's action, obviously. So here we have our trigger work item created. When we create a work item, we want to auto assign it to somebody. After that, we want to be ensured that it's particular work issue type, so we can, it's still old naming, issue type equal task. Now, this rule will be applied only to work items with type tasks, not for everyone. And then we can choose add an action and assign work item. And here we have an options. Depending on work item type, we can do this automatic, unassigned, copy from anything, yep, or choose particular user. But most interesting in our imaginary case, we have the, where this, 1 second. Yes, this one. So we can, exactly in this rule, find the list of users and find and set the method to choose assigning. It can be balanced workload, so automation will choose it by itself, not your own. Random or round robin. So we used this particular configuration to our IT team for the first line, for example. So it's good. No one tries to, get the easiest task from the list by himself, or you don't have to distribute them manually. So this works perfect. And we just name our rule, turn it on, and after that, all incoming tasks with type task will be auto-assigned to our team. It's brilliant. Okay. The next, I want to show you something more complicated, but more interesting. And again, in my experience, I met it many times. For example, manager wants to distribute the task for all his employers, team members, or something like this. And in real life, what you do manually, you create a task, you create a subtask for first user, you create a subtask for second user, and so on, so on, so on. It takes lots of times, and you have to fill this, copy paste, and so on. It's not efficient, and I am lazy man, and I prefer to automate these things. So let's go here again. We'll create this rule again from scratch manually. Created. Okay, here we have a list of all triggers what are available in the system. And as you can see, there are lots of them. Even Loom included here, incoming webhook. Nikita, it's for you, it can be useful. About manually, we'll talk about a little bit later. Scheduled, one of my favorite, again, we'll talk about it today, and so on and so on and so on. So anything that just can happen with work item, it can be a trigger, and even more. So now we again choose created. We choose again condition. So we don't need this rule to work with all work items. Our field again is type, and we choose for now team task. So in our imaginary situation, I am a manager. I want to all my team perform, process one similar task for all of them. It can be prepare the weekly report or something like this. Okay, let's go further. And here we have some magic. And we have advanced bridging and this thing. I know it can look like a little bit complicated, but what it means, I'll show you when we'll take a look from a user side how it works. Let's say member. So we created some variable, and after that we create a subtask for this. I know it seems a little boring, but wait, it will be good. We have a trigger work item, then that it is. Summary will be copied from our work item, as well for description, as well for due date. As you can see, we have this fancy thing here again, now plus business days. I'll explain it. And the more interesting in this case, oh, sometimes it happens, sorry. We have to refresh it. Let's do it like this. Again, now we have this, refresh the page, choose field assignee. Now it's here, perfect. And here we have member. Yes, now we are ready. So what we just done right now. When I'll create new work item with type team task, summary test in our case, of course, and again test. We didn't set the due date, so we'll leave it. And for example, we here will pass team members. It will be Max, Taylor, me, myself, somebody else. No, it can be administrator, and that's all. It's enough. We click create button, and what will happen? Our task is created, but now in our rules, let's wait a minute. Yep, as you can see, you have 3 subtasks automatically created. And all data from the main task is transferred here as a summary, as a description. And this fancy thing with curls. Yeah. Let me close this one and go to our automation rule. Not 8. Manage automations. Yes. This thing here is named smart values, and it can be used from many varieties. So we passed due date away, left it, but you can, as you can see in this example, make calculated days, calculated summaries, or something like this. We won't deep dive into this today, but just for your knowledge, we have this opportunity. And it's really interesting, and it allows you to build really distributed rules with logic, with interconnections, links, and many others. So let's go further in our example. And usually when I have this task, sometimes it becomes unnecessary to do. Yep, okay. So we don't need it anymore, but if I'll move this task here now for declined, so that's a status that says I don't need this task anymore. These 2 tasks will remain in current status. To change it, we just create another rule, but now it's time to ask Rover to help us, I believe. So let's start with easy one and do it like this. So here's our rule builder, our templates, lots of them. So you don't need to do all this handwork by yourself again. You can just find any template. In most cases, it will be enough to automate a lot of the big part of your work. So I just showed you how to build these rules, but again, in many cases, they are already built for you. Just look here and you'll find it. And what about our request for rover? It's let's first do it like this. I want to resolve my main task if all subtasks are done. So I don't want to monitor if my teammates done their task or didn't. I just want when all of them are closed as well. My main task, what I created, will be closed as well. So let's just try to do this. Resolve task 1. Oops, sorry, 1. So tasks are resolved. That's it. Row is thinking, and in 3 seconds, I believe, Rover, come on. We have our rule and it's ready to work. So we have our trigger. Now it's work item transitioned. It means change status. Then we have a branch. So we branches for, when you act not on a trigger task, but for some related task. And parent is related for subtask, obviously. So if all subtasks match the status done, we will transition our task to done. Let's see how it works. For example, we have this one, and it's done. And this one is done again. Nothing happened yet because we have one more to go. And again, to done. So all our employees, teammates closed their subtasks from this task. And what we have here, I did nothing. It happened by itself. So our automation works and our task moved to done. That's it. So that's easy. And just imagine if you have not 3 subtasks and more of them, it can be really headache. Let's create one more for our demonstration. Again, let it be me or somebody else. Administrator, Alana, doesn't matter. It's just for demo. Okay, while automation do all this work, we will talk about declines. It's quite similar to what we just seen, but we can do it like this again. Transitioned, 1 second. Yes, our transitioned. Yes, so again, it's our trigger. When task is transitioned, we start our rule. And we interested only in final status. So when we transit our issue task to decline status. And we'll edit again condition because we want it to work only with team task. Yep. So we have a type, issue type, team task, and that's all. What we need to do next? We need to add component, which is branch rule, but now we are working not with parent, but with subtasks. And you can see here, we can also choose a lot of relations types. It can be all issues in sprint, it's for development teams, links for items, and many, many, many more. So in our case, we need subtasks. Sorry. Yes, here. So our next step will be applied to all subtasks of trigger work item. And what we just need to do, just to transition them as well. And we just will copy the destination status from our parent work item. But we have an options here. So it's up to you again. Turn it all out decline, let's say, turn on, and let's take a look how it works. When I move it to decline, all these 3 subtasks in a minute will become declined too. So I don't need to do anything. Already done. Okay. What else? What else? I've mentioned that my favorite maybe trigger is not manual but scheduled. So let's use Rover again for this task. And for now, in my work, I really often faced that manager's task when you have to find out which work item, which task is overdue, or which task were not updated for a long time, and so on and so on. And in this situation, the scheduled rule is the best. So in our imaginary case, we have a special status for overdue work items, and we want the work items to move to the status automatically. So I don't need to open my daily report or GQL request or dashboard and manually click to move the status to overdue. Let's go. Move overdue. Yep. Tasks to overdue status. Of course, you need all of this in your project. It won't work if you don't have these statuses. But let him think for a minute. And let's take a closer look to a scheduled trigger. We have a basic, in vast majority cases, it's more than enough. And I don't know why he chose this time, but we can make our sorry, let's say Nicosia. Yes. Why Asia? Okay, up to him. So this rule will start every day at 9 a.m. and look for these issues, tasks, and if they match this GQL request, it will automatically transfer them to overdue status. We don't need to do all of this boring stuff I mentioned before. Open a dashboard or have a subscription for a GQL filter or something like that. And
can you, Vitaly, please open the trigger again? Because I think there was a mistake in syntaxes from Rolla. Down, bottom.
This one?
And the status, no, status is overdue and due date. I think it should be if
It
is just due
must
date.
be like this. Sometimes you
Something
have to check after him. Thank you, Boris.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
that's why I would like to pay attention that IE assistance is powerful tool, but again, it
Yes.
requires very clear prompt and recheck after it.
Yes, sure. And the second application of this trigger, second but not the last, of course. We use it a lot in service management projects or even work management projects. Let's talk about two situations. Yep. First of all, your IT service team is finished working with ticket. Yep. Closed it, but we are waiting for customer reply. And we have another closing status like now it's done. And when user make this final move, it's closed. In most cases, 90% of users don't do this last move. So we have automated this routine again. So we can use this trigger to check our tasks that are in done status and didn't change for example, 3 days. And the second example, quite similar. It's about when work item is stuck. So it stays in progress for months or maybe years or any of this. So you just make, again, rule like this, find these tasks. It's easy. It's updated field in GQL. And after that, we can change, for example, this trigger, this action, and add comment like your task now is overdue, or didn't update it for a long time, please review it, close or decline or something like this. And this is really helpful. I saw lots of projects with abandoned task, under the huge dust. So, and one more thing I wanted to show you here. Again, it's about integration or somehow interaction with other systems. Many times we have, for example, external users without Jira license, or they don't want to get notifications in boring Outlook and so on. So let's imagine that we have one status that named blocked. Sometimes our tickets are blocked from scratch. Sorry. So again, we have a transition. We have the blocked status. It's easy. Here we have an add an action. So in our scenario, and again, it's not from a ceiling. We faced all of this situation in real life in our clients' life and business requirements. We need to notify, for example, a Slack channel, Teams channel, or send an email. And again, we can do this in our actions list. We can find notification block. And here we have all of these opportunities. So from the box, we have a Slack message send, a little configuration needed, like we need a URL from Slack, Slack channel. For Microsoft Teams, a little bit complicated because we need to configure it from the Teams side, but still it's not a rocket science. You just copy that from there and put it in here. And email. And what is, where it is, sorry. Let's use this one. What I really like about this feature, that in most cases, all notification schemes in Atlassian and in Jira works only with guys or groups that have a license. So you can include somebody in your notification scheme, for example, work time commented, and he will receive yet notification. But if we need to send, first of all, unregular notification for some fancy event, let's say, or to somebody to somebody who don't include it in our organization, don't have a license, we can just do it like this. And that's it. So in this situation, this guy, it's me, but if he even don't have a license from this instance on Jira, he will receive this. And again, we can use this really useful and beautiful tool like smart values. As you can see here, we can include the comment body into our email message. And again, it can be used with HTML, not just a plain text. So all information included in containing in our Jira ticket can be placed in here and sent to anybody. And in my experience, we used this a lot, and it's really helpful in many cases. And oops, sorry. And just if you are interested, now go away. And for integration with other systems, we have this one. So it's just, if you're familiar in programming language, so web request configuration, you can see that here we can build the fully functional web request with our it was here. 1 second, I'll find. So I mean, oh, sorry, yeah, it's here. We have the options, empty issue data Jira format, but we have a custom format, and we can place the JSON object built from our smart values in here. So we don't even need intermediate service for translating Jira language to your service language or something like this. You can just use this one and integrate Jira from this built-in tool. That's it. I hope it was interesting, and now we are ready to answer your questions, if any.
Thank you so much for your demo, Vitaly. Mikhail, Nikita, Theodoros, if you have any question or any specific case, now you get a great chance to ask it for free. And maybe Vitaly even show you how to manage it, or at least explain which tools or which way is better to use. Okay, so I see no question. Okay, let me, in this case, share again our presentation. Thank you so much, Vitaly. It was really nice to see how easy and powerful could be with these tools. Okay, I think you need to stop sharing, and I will share our presentation. Just a second, please. It is uploading. Okay, while we are waiting for the file, again, we are here to show you the powerful flexibility of Jira, of Atlassian solution. We are here to show you how we can boost your business performance, because again, for us, for Call CTO, we are not programmers, first of all, we are business mind persons. So we are starting from the client situation, from the client's request, from the client's business processes, and we select the tool or the instrument or the steps which tailor to the client's real specific goals and needs. They are here to tackle your challenges and to increase your business performance, because very often I had heard, oh, okay, we know Jira, we'll have it, and we use Jira, and I say, okay, that's cool, and that's really nice, but I'm really happy. Do you really unleash its full power and full potential, or just use it as a board to move manually the cart with the task? Because Jira is a very universal tool. For example, in our experience, we have Jira Service Management for very different department in business, like legal, finance, IT support with assets, HR teams with a lot of different specific requests from employers, and that's the way how service units in business really became client oriented to internal client, to your employers. When employer can get the request from accounting or from HR much more quickly and much more easy without sending a lot of reminders on Teams or Slack or email, etc., etc. So again, usually there are a lot of space for business improvement if you already use Jira and Confluence in your business. That's it for today. Thank you so much for your time. It was our pleasure to work with you.